Hi, this is Mike, and I'm coming at you on Sunday night, May 12th, Mother's Day 2024. Luckily, my son and daughter were home from college, and they helped me cook for mom and do the dishes. Actually, I did the dishes and walk the dog, so that was good having a lot of help, giving mom a break this weekend. So today we're talking about New York Notary Public official signature verification. Notaries who expect to sign documents regularly in counties other than that of their residence may elect to file a certificate of official character and original signature with other New York State county clerks for a $1 filing fee. And that's great because we used to pay $10 to do that. And now, under the current notary law publication, January 2023, it's reduced to $1. So that's great. Prices don't usually go down. Let me give uh, New York State, a big hats off for reducing a fee for our notary publics. Thank you. Okay, so this is a map of New York State and our jurisdiction, New York Traditional Notary Jurisdiction. In other words, where we are allowed to go. No matter what county it says on your stamp, you're allowed to go to any county in New York State, anywhere in the physical boundaries of New York State. Okay, so this procedure in this video does not cover remote online notaries who have an electronic signature verification procedure covered in our RON course. Maybe I'll do a video about that later. Whereas they can notarize for $25 per signature from New York for the entire country and the world if something in another country is a United States related foregoing instrument, what you can notarize. In other words, if you're notarizing for Russia, wow, look how big Russia is compared to the United States. A lot of politics going on about Russia right now. So we have a lot of amazing, wonderful U.S. citizens that are originally from Russia, and they still have family and business work things to get notarized. And it might have to do with their property holdings, so that would be United States related because of taxes. You have to state bank accounts and property you have. So that would be something that I would assume we can still do for our Russian heritage U.S. citizens. Okay, I just wanted to put this in here. I had a very interesting map of New York I found, and here they label New York at the end of this little arrow here, New York ever upward. They say something for every state. And this weekend we were looking upward and still are looking upward to Sunday night, and they say, our weather service says into Monday, that we could even potentially have power outages because of solar flares that cause us to see this in New York State. This weekend, the Northern Lights, also called the Aurora Borealis. Okay, there's also some interesting science. A certain university is doing certain experiments with the government that has something to do with our ionosphere, and it has the word aurora in it. So you can look into that if you want. I don't want to say what it is. It might get me banned off YouTube. Okay, so notaries public are commissioned in their counties of residence. After receiving and approving an application for a notary public commission, the Secretary of State forwards the commission the original oath of office and the signature of the notary public to the appropriate county clerk. The county clerk maintains a record of the commission and signature. The public may then access this record and verify the official signature of the notary at the county clerk's office for a $3 fee. It's called an authentication certificate to be attached to the original notarized document, the foregoing instrument, that the notary signed. And here's a blown up example of it. So this one happens to be from Rockland County, and you see down here the county clerk signed it from Rockland County. And I don't know where this is done. I got it off of Google Images, but it does have these words in here. His or her signature had been filed in my office. And it says over here, I am well acquainted with the handwriting of such notary public. I did a lot of videos recently for you guys warning you to always sign the same way you signed your oath of office, that where they get the signature from. All right. And it used to be a card that they tore off, and they mailed it down to your county clerk with the ink that you used. But now I guess it's electronic because it's an image, because now we do a PDF of our oath of office and send it up to Albany, and I guess they transmit that electronically to the county clerk. So I guess it's a different procedure. It doesn't tell us in the law how that changed yet. Anyway, So here's an example of why you would want to do this now or in the future. So say you live in Rockland County, which is where the county clerk is. For Rockland, it would be like New City, and commute to Staten Island for work, which is Richmond County. Your basic notary stamp statement of authority says you're assigned to Rockland County, where your signature card is. So at work, you routinely notarize documents being used in Richmond County or Staten Island. So things will sometimes need an authentication certificate that can only be obtained by traveling to the Rockland County clerk. You can go pay $1 to the Richmond County clerk and file your official character with signature there, so nobody would need to travel for it. No, so you wouldn't, in this example, have to go to Rockland County to get this paperwork done that's sometimes required. And I just thought this was amusing. So this kid's in math. I don't know if you loved algebra. I didn't, but I aced it the first time because my wrestling coach, because I was a jock, was my algebra teacher. First time I ever aced math. Teacher, will we ever use any of this algebra? And the teacher says, you won't, but one of the smart kids might. That's pretty mean, because you can be smart and not like math, right? Like my daughter, who's on the dean's list for nanotechnology, which is a very interesting science these days. So I don't want to besmirch you folks that don't love math, and I don't want to take anything away from you folks that do love math, because the world can't go around without you engineers and science people. So thank you very much for what you do. Okay, so you already have authority to notarize while in any county in New York State that does not match the one on your stamp. This can become inconvenient, like we just showed, traveling all the way from Richmond to Rockland to get this done. So we still get many people ordering stamps with additional counties after they discover they have been assigned to their home address county that does not coincide with their place of business county, like in the following example. Mary R. Honest, the Notary Public, State of New York, registration number, qualified in Rockland County, and added certificate filed in Richmond County. So she went to Richmond County, where she works in the previous example, and paid $1 and got this, and got a stamp with both. So whoever sees this on the foregoing instrument knows they can go get the certificate in Rockland County or Richmond County, whichever is most convenient. This means the signature authentication certificate can now be obtained by both Rockland and Richmond County clerks, and this is recommended and more convenient, while not required. You're not required to do this, and people who do this usually do it after they find out something they're notarizing at their job requires this all the time, and they get it done because this is paperwork for their office, or with people they do business with. Or maybe somebody they notarize something for says, I need to get this done after you notarized it. What do I do? So now you would tell them what to do, right? And where to go for it. Okay, so that's the end of this training. And we want you folks, obviously, who are studying and trying to glean how to pass the notary exam from these videos. These videos are not what you need. You need this New York online notary class, and you want to look at our testimonials. We have hundreds and hundreds of them. I've got 2 of them this weekend, too many to post, because we do such a darn good job getting everybody to ace the 1-hour exam. They spend 15 or 20 minutes there, and they only do it once. We have notary supplies for all you folks that have to renew your notary stamps, that have been with us in the newsletter now for over 20 years or 10 years or 5 years or just 1 year. You have to renew every you renew your license every 4 years. So you might want to get an I Love Me Wall certificate. That's the certificate that's 8 by 11 that says you're the notary in the office. Let them give you respect and appreciate you. For those of you that don't know, that are existing notaries, you have to now have a journal with certain requirements. I did another video about that. It doesn't cut it to just try and log in on a notebook. You want one that's bound and admissible as evidence in the court of law. We cover this, the Cover You Know What book, all right, in case you're ever called in for an argument that might be over something you notarized, but not because of how you notarized it, because the parties to whatever you notarized, the foregoing instrument, are arguing over it. But now you're required to journal everything, and I think that's great because it actually protects you. So if you need a journal, go to howtobecome-a-notary-in-new-york.com, and we have all the supplies there. Get your notary public license, or if you're an existing notary and you're already a traditional notary and you already got your notary public license, with our New York Notary Online class, you can upgrade to the remote online and get more respect at work and help your employer. Also, the new notary exam schedules are there. They're only published till June right now, and at the end of June, for those of you studying, they only publish the notary exam schedules for 3 months at a time, and the last month in the current one is June. They usually release that about a week before it expires, and then we update this website. So yeah, consider sending an email gift certificate for the traditional notary licensing class to someone you work with or care about. When you go in there to buy it, there's a way to do it as a gift certificate. They get it as an email at howtobecome-a-notary-in-new-york.com. It gets instant respect, job security at work. Every office needs notaries, doesn't yours? I'm going to definitely get my kids to put it on there. On their resumes. Coming out of college, it's getting tougher and tougher, according to the jobs reports that have come out recently. So if you get a degree or you don't have a degree, this is something that's going to get you in for the interview. And for those of you that need more notaries to help you at work, go ahead and get your boss to send one out to your coworkers. Okay, so once again, visit us at www.howtobecome-a-notary-in-new-york.com. Thanks for watching. Please comment and share with everyone, and for me, the types or type of documents you notarize routinely that require the authentication certificate after you notarize at work. And if you've upgraded your traditional statement of authority or notary stamp to include an additional county, we want to know. Okay, so that's it for this week, and I hope you all have a safe and prosperous day and week, and we'll see you next week.